had to wait until the second half of the game to really get going, but you must be delighted to get the win after they came back into the game twice.
Yeah, I think it was really important to win today to follow up our last win. It was a difficult game like we expected. I think we created chances even the first half, but you need to wait for that goal to arrive. And like you said, they came back twice. That can happen, and I think they have another chance. So it's obviously something that we need to look at.
All 3 goals for you were from set pieces. How happy is the team that what you've been working on in the training ground came here onto the pitch?
Yeah, set pieces are very important. We know that they score from set pieces as well. So I think it was a set piece game almost. But yeah, we need to improve as well defensively. But I think offensively in that area we were almost perfectly.
I know it's been a difficult season for you with injuries, but you've got 2 in your last game against Leeds, 2 again today. How happy are you to be back in goal-scoring form?
Really happy. The first one took a long time to arrive, but we know how it works, and I'm just glad now I can help the team in being on the score sheet. That's also always very important.
Just finally, quickly, is a top 6 finish still the aim?
We need to win games. We know that we don't depend on us to achieve what we wanted from the beginning, so we just need to win games and see what that takes us.
Thanks, Diogo. Well played.
Yeah, good to see him smiling just at the end there. But it's been a welcome return after a frustrating campaign.
Yes, and he's played bit parts, cameos, and probably until Leeds the other day, he really came out of his shell because his form hasn't been great. And that's because he's been injured, which is acceptable, of course. I'm not having a go with him in any shape, way, or form. But when he played against Leeds, on Monday, he looked sharper. And to get us 2 goals again was great. So every game, as long as he stays fit, you can see him improve. And likewise, Luis Diaz, who's dipping in and out. The more he plays, the more minutes he just gets under his belt and more training sessions. We should see the best of him soon enough.
Some turnaround for Jota, really. 20 league games without a goal, and suddenly he's got 4 in 2.
Yeah, it happens sometimes when you're forward and you score goals. You go through waves, and obviously he had that big injury. When he first came, he hit the ground running, scoring goals pretty much on a weekly basis. So it has taken him a while to get back to his best. But right, the balls are going in the back of the net. Liverpool are putting performances together. They're getting points together. They're pushing for that top 4. So it's a fair play to him. We've got all the attacking players come at the form at the right time.
Yeah. So after a goalless first half, the first 3 goals in the second came in an 8-minute spell. Jota's first, capitalising with Forest failing to clear their lines.
Yes, this is a load of bodies go up, but it actually comes off Niakate and goes back to Fabinho. He heads it back into the danger area, and it was Jota who's on the move, just gets in front of Renan Lodi. A simple enough finish for him as long as he gets across that defender.
Yeah, it's a lead that only lasted 4 minutes, Darren.
Yeah, I mean, poor from Liverpool's perspective. Relatively easy when you look at it from Forest's perspective, but hits it early, takes that slight ricochet. But when you look at it from behind, Alisson, he gets a, could he not get more in it potentially? Maybe not, but listen, Nico Williams scoring against his former club. I'm sure that was a really good moment for him.
Yeah. We'll talk about Nico Williams' lack of celebration if we get time. I know both of you got an opinion, but Jota came back quickly.
I mean, this is an awful goal, isn't it? You see Jota, he's 5 yards onside. I think it's Cody Gakpo centrally who's standing in an offside area, but he doesn't interfere with the play at all. And the fast asleep, but I mean, it was a lovely finish, touch, control off his name, flies past Keylor Navas. And you thought Liverpool are back in front, that should be it.
Yeah.
But then, you know, Forest continued to cause absolute havoc without doing anything extraordinary. Just balls into the box, long throw-ins, and Liverpool could not cope whatsoever.
If you're Steve Cooper, you'd be furious, right, with the time you've allowed Jota there to bring the ball down and finish it the way he did.
Yeah, I mean, defensively, the line wasn't correct either. As you said, Jota 5 yards onside. But for him to take 3 touches in the box and not even be kind of tackled, but good finish from Jota, really good technique.
But Forest didn't give up.
No.
Morgan Gibbs-White making it 2-2.
Again, direct from a set play, like causing absolute chaos, bouncing down, and it's Morgan Gibbs-White again, he looks as a packed penalty area, and you think, how does Gibbs-White get he's on the penalty spot on his own?
Yeah.
Like, there's not anyone near
him. He's
it.
their centre forward.
He's their centre forward.
I want Ye's there as well, but Gibbs-White is arguably their best player this year, isn't he?
Yeah.
The most consistent. He's standing just outside the penalty spot on his own.
And then right at the end, Mo Salah using his strength.
Of goal pig. He's an absolute goal pig. He's always in there getting his goals, and it is strength because I don't think if he doesn't score that or he misses it, I think it could be a penalty because he's pretty much dragging him down, got both hands around him. But Mo Salah, really good contact, and he's not going to miss from there.
Yeah, that goal takes him level with Robbie Fowler.
I mean, he's got 27 this year. I don't think, again, he played particularly well today. He was always on the periphery, but he scores the winner. I mean, that's just Mo Salah to a T, isn't he? As you said, he's gone level with Robbie. Still got a few goals to get to. Of course he has.
Yeah.
But it shows that he's in exalted company there, Mo, and another good night for him.
But the fact that he's in his late 20s in terms of goal tally, it's almost gone under the radar, right?
Do you know what, though? That's the standard that he set for himself, because since he's come back to the Premier League with Liverpool, his numbers have been extraordinary, and people would probably look at Salah this year and go, he's not been at his best. But you look at the amount of goals he's got, 27. Yeah. I mean, most centre-forwards in the country would snap your hand off to get them type of numbers. I mean, we're lauding about Rashford, who's had probably the best season he's ever had, and he's on 27. But the exact same as Salah.
Yeah, and that's why Klopp has stuck with him as the most regular, the 6 forwards he's got.
Manishi plays. You have to remember he's missed 2 penalties in the last month or so. But yeah, he plays all the time. I mean, fair play to Mo Salah, because in good games or bad, he's always on the periphery. He's always scoring goals. He's always creating chances. His constitution's excellent. Touch wood, but he never gets injured. He's always there. He's always playing. He's always giving 100%. So, as far as I'm concerned, he'd be the first name for me as well, or on the sheet, because you can count on him virtually week in, week out.
Yeah. But this is something that we've been speaking about a lot about Liverpool. Is yes, they're going to score goals, but they do concede goals and chances. And it's not got better today.
No, it's just inconsistencies, isn't it? You know, against Leeds the other day, I know Canate made a big mistake against Leeds, but they looked very strong. But today, you know, against Man United, they were great. The week after, against Bournemouth, they were weak with the same defenders, and it's exactly the same today. You just don't know what type of performance you're going to get. That was one chance, and then the Brennan John one, which he hits the bars, another one. And it just, you know, Canate and Van Dijk are big, strong defenders, yet simple things like these caused absolute chaos. He should have scored there.
Yeah.
Should have scored. Maybe he's just come onto the pitch. Maybe he's not really up to pace of the game, but that should have been in the back of net by Brennan Johnson.
Do you know what it is as well? Sometimes it's not even the first contact, it's the second one. So they might win the first one, but for whatever reason, their midfield players, whether it be Fabinho or Jordan Henderson, they're not picking up the second. So then the teams like Nottingham Forest just keep the ball in there, and then when it ricochets around, they're reacting quicker. And as Macca was saying there, Brennan Johnson, when he looks back at that, he probably should score, because you're not going to get many clear-cut chances at Anfield.
No. Were you surprised at Forest today? Or with Forest?
No, I was... Well, yeah, I was surprised in a nice way, because that... You know, Steve Cooper in his interview said, I've changed Brennan Johnson for Mangala, trying to come up with a formula. Yeah. Well, he's probably found it today.
Yeah. Well, it worked in the first half.
When he plays at home, why not be defensive? And why not play at set pieces and long balls and long throws? Why not? Because you do anything to stay in this league. He doesn't have to be progressive at, you know, in front of his own crowd and open up and get you know, counter-attacked. So maybe he's found a way. So I was pleasantly surprised for Forest.
OK, so in the end, big win for Liverpool.